We here at Mayhem Media
understand the trials and tribulations of life.
No matter how hard life can get.
Suicide is never the answer.
There's more assistance available today than ever before.
If you or a loved one are suffering from suicidal thoughts, please don't try and take it on alone.
Call or text 988 if you live in the U.S.
Or if you're in Great Britain, call 116123 or text 85258.
The world is a better place with you in it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Call for the Bell. I am one of the co-hosts, JD, alongside the Wolfman, who is our prediction specialist and the co-host for this show. Wolfman, we're going to be coming up to Mania. This is our last Call for the Bell before, even though it says prediction show underneath us, my bad. I'm working on some new screens. That's also the last time you're going to see the intro. We got a whole new intro and everything coming right after Mania. So it's like the show's going to get a little facelift here, Wolfman. You didn't know that, but the show's getting a little facelift after Mania.
Nice.
So we're coming up to Mania. This is our last show before our actual Mania coverage. And I'm going to be talking about a little bit about AEW in just a few minutes. Let me take also a moment and give a shout out to the Sloans, who will be live right at around 10 o'clock Eastern time. That's 9 Central, I believe. Please, I hope that's right. If any of them are watching, leave me a comment if I just got that wrong. And Tori's watching. See, Tori's watching. Tori, did I get the time right? It's going to be 10 Eastern, right? 9 Central. And Headlocks is going to be going live at 9:30 Eastern. Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc. Make sure you tune into them. I'm going to be live with them for a little bit. And then, of course, I'll be tuning into the Sloans episode because you know who the Sloans are having on tonight, Wolfman?
You?
No, next week.
Okay.
Superfly, Johnny Lee is going to be on tonight.
Oh, Superfly.
Yeah, Superfly is on tonight. So I'm on next week. Thank you, Tori. I'm glad I got the time right. And Veronica's here to say hi. They're about to go live here in shortly anyway, so I don't think they're going to be able to be tuning in too long, but thanks for stopping in and leaving a comment. So Wolfman, what's going on with WrestleMania? We had some new matches.
As far as I know, the only one that I saw added was from this past week on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins versus the Ring General Gunther.
Seems kind of a high profile match to be kind of last minute.
Yeah, but I'm like, Gunther's just getting off ending AJ Styles' career, and he thinks he's going to keep on doing that.
Veronica wants you to be more excited. I want you to know that the amount of emotion that Wolfman just showed is the most amount of emotion that I've ever seen Wolfman show. So the fact that we got that reaction out of him, you should be proud of, V. All right? And I'm going to be calling her V because I chose to be – I want to be different from everybody else. So her name's Veronica, of course, but I'm going to be calling her V. So – yeah, this seems like a high-profile match to be kind of last minute, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think Gunther's kind of getting too big for his britches.
You think?
Yeah, his head is getting too big for the arena.
Really? Okay. Is this like a gimmick thing that you're talking about, or is this like it's a personal thing, maybe?
I kind of think it's a egotistical character thing, but I've seen videos of him outside the ring, and he's a normal person, but his character needs to take a step back from the ego and work more on his in-ring.
Maybe that's part of the gimmick thing that he's growing, though. So, but you're not liking it. You're not liking it.
I'm not a fan of either Seth Rollins or Gunther, so I'm kind of probably cheer for the referee in this one.
All right. Oh, so I'll be cheering for the referee in the Roman Reigns CM Punk match.
Punk's gonna get his ass whooped.
I hope so. Give me 1 second, Wolfman. Vamp for me for a second. I got a spot on my camera. I'm gonna get clean quick.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. There's supposed to be another big match. I think it's going to be a fatal 4-way tag team match for the women's tag team championships. It's going to be Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax and that new lady. I can't remember her name. Yeah, and then it's going to be another team. The Bella Twins are going to be in that fatal 4-way tag team match.
Have they been back? Are they back?
Yeah, the Bella Twins are back.
Okay. I mean, I saw the little thing with Danhausen, but I didn't know if they were like back full time or if they were just like kind of making some appearances. That's pretty cool. Listen, I'm a fan of the Bella Twins. So
yeah, I am too. I as a kid, I always thought it was hilarious how they switch places. Like when one was all beat up, they just switch places.
Then they're the first female that's ever been able to do it. How many men twin pairs have we seen do that where they roll in and out for each other? We've never had a set of twins.
The Usos, Jimmy and Jay.
The Usos, they've done it, but I mean, you got to go back even further. I'm gonna have to think for a second on that, but it's not something. The Vianos used to do it. Now, granted, they were masked wrestlers, but they still were built almost identical. The Vianos used to do it in WCW. They used to swap in and out anytime one of them was in a singles match.
Okay.
So, but I thought it was cool. I think it's cool that the Bella Twins also do that. You really got to be a blind referee though to not see the difference.
Yeah.
But so that's cool. I didn't know. I mean, I'm a fan of fatal 4-way matches, and a fatal 4-way match for the women, I think, is a great way to showcase the women. And I'm a fan of the Bella Twins, so I'm actually a little interested in that match. And we will at Mayhem Media, Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc we'll be doing a co-stream. We'll be doing prediction shows just before each of the pay-per-views on both nights, and then we'll be doing a watch-along for both nights as well. So that'll be a Mayhem Media and Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc co-production on that one. So Wolfman will be part of the two prediction shows, and then we'll be joined by J Mac and Slam from Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc. Connor is supposed to be making his return at our Mania coverage. So the one and only finally making his return to Mayhem Media. So get excited about that, everybody. But sorry, it was just it was an opportunity for me to plug our Mayhem coverage or our Mania coverage coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, right?
April
18th
and 19th.
Yep.
I think.
So in 2 weeks, yeah. So a lot of stuff will be happening for us that week. We'll be doing the prediction shows, the watch-alongs, co-streaming, Connor's return. A lot of stuff is going to be happening on Mania night. CM Punk gets his butt whooped. You know, I mean, we all love that.
Speaking of WrestleMania, I got to think about who do you think Randy Orton's been talking to on the phone ahead of his match with Cody Rhodes?
Who do you think?
I'm guessing he's probably going to bring back the Legacy.
You think DiBiase?
Maybe.
That's been the best guess that I've seen, or everything else seems so just like they're just going to try and force it. Like they just want to bring somebody back. Like they're just going to bring somebody back. DiBiase's the one that I could actually see that working. You have Randy Orton calling him back, but he ends up signing with Cody Rhodes. Cody keeps the title, and now you have the members of Legacy battling each other.
Yeah, because Ted DiBiase Jr. just got found not guilty of his court.
Tori, who do you think is, since you're still tuned in yet, who do you think is the secret caller is on Randy Orton? Honestly, like I said, Ted DiBiase is the best one that I've heard. So I like that answer. None of the other ones, I don't even want to say any of the other ones that I've heard because they don't really make any sense. It's just a way, it's just anybody else other than that. I think it's just a way to try and, someone's coming back, but who is it? Again, we go to the Danhausen thing, Wolfman.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have all the speculation on who is this person, and when it's
It's
not
not
who
Danhausen.
when you well, no, we're not. No, it's not Danhausen. But I'm just saying, like it's people are going to be disappointed. Why would you do this back-to-back pay-per-views? Why would you set up a bunch of your fan base to be disappointed like that two shows in a row?
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm a fan of Danhausen's shenanigans, but I still have not yet seen him in the ring.
Doesn't matter. That's not where Danhausen can go in the ring. Okay. He's a wrestler. He can go in the ring. He can put on some matches. That's not where he's most valuable. He's not as valuable in the ring. He's valuable as a character. He's valuable with the curses. He's valuable paired with somebody. I don't know if you even put him in going after a singles title. I'd rather see him hooked up with a tag team, have him find somebody who he's not wanting to curse, and then eventually pair them up as a tag team. I think that would be the best thing for Danhausen. But Danhausen's not going to be. He's not in the ring guy. It's not what you're going to be looking for from him. You shouldn't be looking. Oh, what's the next Danhausen match? That shouldn't even be your question. Your next question should be, what is Danhausen going to do next?
Yeah.
Who is he going to curse next? Because I hear that I haven't been able to see too much WWE, but I hear they're playing into the curse pretty good, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I Show Speed is really freaking out because he got cursed.
I love it. It's fantastic. That's exactly what WWE should be doing, man. Anybody he curses is just, yep, exactly. So Gunther and Seth Rollins, that was the added match.
As far as I know, I can always double check on WWE.com. That's where I get my information.
Seems like weird. Just seems like a really high profile match to be kind of adding last second. I know I just said that at the beginning of the show, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about it. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a bullshit match.
You don't think it's something built up?
Yeah, I think they should have built it up more, not just like throwing it in our face. Like,
that's why you're saying it's
a
throwaway match, because they didn't do any story, anything to build it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I hear we're going to get 6 matches. It's only going to be 6 matches per night.
Yeah, because from what I heard before, I hope that was a lie. It was like, oh, there's going to be 14 to 16 matches per day.
I mean, listen, that's a lot of matches, but 6 a night? Why are you even doing a 2-night? Why?
Exactly.
Why? That's 12 matches. That's a 3-hour card.
4-hour
card. So I don't understand. I don't understand why we're still doing two nights if we're doing only 6 matches a night. That doesn't really make any sense to me. But that's okay. Stay tuned for our WWE report on their what's going on behind the scenes in their business coming up in a few weeks. We were going to put it on a couple weeks ago, but we're going to take more time because there's been some more developments.
I'll be right back.
All right, I can vamp for a minute. I'll tell people to go to the storefront. Go check out bonfire.com/store/mayhem media shop and pick up some apparel. I'm wearing one of the Mayhem Media shirts tonight. We have a lot of new stuff coming soon too. And I might as well pivot to AEW quick. I don't know how much more we had on WWE that we really wanted to talk about. This was going to be a short episode. It's always a good episode, but it's going to be a short episode. I'm trying to, there we go. So the title of the episode, All Elite is Jericho. Chris Jericho, after all the speculation and everybody saying that he was going to WWE, he was going to be back for Mania. And we know that's not who Seth Rollins is talking to now. We could definitely rule that out. He ends up making his reappearance in AEW in Winnipeg, and he is apparently going to be staying with AEW. It looks like they came to a deal, and which I don't think he was actually ever going to leave. I think that was just I don't know if it was contract stuff or maybe just needed some time off to kind of get a reset on his gimmick because the learning tree was not doing anything. No, I don't. That wasn't really his popular thing. He's had a lot better things than the learning tree since he's been in AEW. So I'm hoping that it's just a character reset. I don't know if it was contract issue or whether or not he was going to be staying with AEW, but that's the big thing in that right now is Jericho makes his return. I think he's going to be going after the world title here probably within the year, I would think. Maybe he'll go after one of the other under titles. They're trying to push those. That's why Moxley is now the Continental Champion again instead of being the world champion. I think they're going to try and use the Continental title as one of those belts that even if you're a world champion, there's still prestige to kind of hold that title as well, like the WWE does with the Intercontinental title. And MJF is the world champion. He's been running through people. I expect he's going to be running some good programs with Swerve, Strickland, and Darby is going to be coming after MJF. I think MJF is going to stay the champion, and I think this is going to be MJF's kind of proving grounds. I think he's about to beat every single major player in the AEW right now. I think Tony Khan's going to have him walk through everybody and pretty much crown MJF as the face of AEW. I think he will be, the Hulk Hogan of the old WWE, if you will, the Sting of the WCW, the Taker of the 90s and 2000s WWE. I think that's what we're about to see. I think MJF's about to go through every major contender in AEW. I think he's going to win because there's a lot of people going after it. So I don't see him running an angle or running a storyline with just one person right now. I think it's going to be centered around the world title and all of these people coming after him. So that's where I think the world title picture is going to go. AEW has a lot of other championships. The TBS championship, that's for the women. The TNT championship is for the men. They got the international championship. I mean, these belts are going to be passed around, even just like the 6-man belts, just what Wolfman and I and Superfly and I in the previous episode had hoped it wasn't. They ended up taking the 6-man belts off of Jet Speed Rodeo to the Don Callis family, only for Jet Speed to pick a different third person and for them to win the belts back. It's exactly what we said we didn't want to have happen. Superfly and I. Tori, big fan of Darby. They should actually give him a solid run, but I can see that 100% happening with MJF. Yeah, I mean, Darby's going to get his shot. I definitely agree with that. He's going to get a shot at the world title. And who knows? It could come right off. It could come off of MJF. He might have to. Maybe they're going to run an angle where Darby's going to build back up, and then maybe he'll be the one to dethrone him. But I think MJF is about to go on a run here. I don't know why or anything, but I do think MJF's going to go on this run, just dominate everybody, and he's just going to be the champion. Whenever he's going to be able to carry that as a moniker, as being the champion and defeating everybody. Wolfman, just talking about some AEW stuff.
Okay.
So the Young Bucks are going to be getting back into the tag title picture with FTR. We got a triangle match coming up. Or no, actually, I think it already happened. I think I'm a little behind. I should have looked at the results before we went into the show, Wolfman. That's my bad. So
yeah, I remember. Was it AEW or TNA that had the Octagon ring?
That was TNA. They used to. I don't think they do it anymore.
They should bring that back because that was a lot more entertaining.
A lot of fans say that, but a lot of wrestlers didn't like it. I know Sting didn't like it at all.
Because I was at a live taping of TNA or Impact Wrestling in Orlando, Florida back in 2011, and it was the 4-sided ring, and I'm like, what happened to the Octagon?
Yeah, the 6-sided actually. Yeah, they got rid of that a little while ago. I'm not really sure why they did it, but yeah, a lot of wrestlers don't like it. The fans like it, but from what I understand, a lot of the wrestlers don't like it. They don't like that there's 6 sides and that many turnbuckles. They don't like that part.
Yeah, I still remember like the X Division championship matches where they had to like climb the scaffolding and climb across the rope.
Those were those were some of the. That's the one, not one thing. TNA's offered a lot, but that was something big. That X match, the Ultimate X match, but that's what it was called. Yeah, and the X Division.
Those were good.
And the X Division as a whole, it being cruiserweights, but not quite cruiserweights. And world champions could go out. Like it was kind of a style, not a weight class.
Yeah, that's what I liked about TNA.
Yeah, the X Division was always something that they offer.
Because AJ Styles was part of the X Division.
Yeah, and so was Christopher Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Samoa Joe too. Actually, was an X Division. He started in TNA as the X Division champion before he later became the TNA World Champion.
Yep, and the Brian Kendrick was too.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know Brian Kendrick was. That's interesting.
Because I met him in Florida.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I definitely didn't know Brian Kendrick was an X Division champion.
Yeah, I got to actually hold the X Division championship when I was at TNA.
Nice.
It was
That's
heavy.
nice.
I'm like,
Yeah, it was always that was always a great looking belt. Yeah, the X Division title was a great looking belt.
mm-hmm. I'm like, no wonder people get hurt getting hit in the face with it.
Yeah, a little side note here, and this is for the fans too. Leave a comment. What's your favorite world title right now being used right now?
Mine has to be the X Division title.
You still like the X Division title?
Yeah.
I like the especially since they stopped using the big gold belt, WWE, since they stopped using the old NWA big and WCW big gold belt. I have to go with AEW's big platinum belt. That's my favorite world title right now.
My second. What was it?
I also think that All Elite has the superior looking tag team titles, both for men and women.
And I like the old school Winged Championship from WWF days.
Yeah. That was never my favorite. It always seemed too small to me. The Intercontinental, the tag belts and the Intercontinental belt, because the Intercontinental belt from that area, the Winged Eagle belt, it always seemed like the Intercontinental belt was bigger than the Winged Eagle belt. And I'm like, how is your World Championship not the largest belt?
Yeah, because I have a replica of the World Heavyweight Champions Winged Championship of the Undertaker. And it's signed by at least 4 WWE wrestlers.
Nice. A friend of mine has a whole collection of belts. He's got a whole collection of belts. I think he's got 15 or 16 different ones from WWE, WCW, AEW.
Yeah, it's the Undertaker Legacy belt.
I always like the variations that they did on the world titles. The Smoking Skull belt for Stone Cold, the Brahma Bull for The Rock. Those were some nice looking belts too. I was never a fan of the spinner for John Cena.
Did you see the belt that The Rock got from the widow of Muhammad Ali?
No, I definitely did not.
He got the People's Championship belt from the widow of Muhammad Ali.
Okay, we'll have to get a picture of that and talk about that in the next episode then. After
because that was awesome.
So we're not going to do any. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I personally thought Muhammad Ali was a really good addition to WWE because he knew how to work the ring.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was the king of boxers.
Yeah.
But that's off topic.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, maybe we should do a boxing. Netflix has been doing boxing, dude. Maybe we'll do a boxing watch along here. I'd like to do that soon, so we'll have to see what's coming up.
As long as it's not Jake Paul.
I mean, I'll watch Jake Paul get his jaw broken again. It's okay. That was
I would too.
That was pretty entertaining, man. I'm not gonna lie. That was. I mean, they had some good matches in that card. Say what you want about Jake and Logan Paul, dude. They know how to promote. Like
but the thing is, if it was the old school Mike Tyson versus the new school, Jake Paul will still get his ass whooped.
Yeah. Tori's leaving a comment. Thank you for still watching, Tori. She liked the WWE tag team belts from the 2000s era, the ones that The Miz and Morrison had. Those were okay. Those weren't bad. I have to say my favorite tag belts though would have to go with the old almost rectangle style tag belts from the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Wolfman. The smaller ones?
No, the big ones, the big egg looking ones. Like they were.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. Like my
favorite tag titles were the bronze ones with the 2 Trojan warriors on the side.
You're off the show. You're off the show. So I apologize to our viewers that Wolfman he doesn't know what he's talking about.
But I was just a kid back then.
You picked the ugliest belts that you picked. What I would choose as the ugliest belts of all time across any division. Intercontinental Television, European, all of it.
Did you see the crown, the crown jewel title belt?
I haven't seen it, but it's got to be better than it's got to be. What? Tori, I'm going to have words with you. I'm coming on your show next Friday. If you're talking about the Spartan ones right now, well, you better clarify what your good ones are right now. Clarify. Because if you're talking about the Spartan ones, we have words to discuss. We'll be having words. Okay, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's serious now. You can't be liking the Spartan belts. That's unacceptable. It's inappropriate.
God.
It's heresy. It's heresy. Okay. Oh, okay, good. She was talking about the ones I said. All right, good. See, now we're fine. Now we don't have to have words. We'll have much better words when I come on. We don't have to have. Because I thought, man, you were talking about the Spartan ones. Because I mean, Wolfman's borderline getting fired right now, Tori. So for just
Personally, I think the
belt,
ugliest one's the crown jewel belt.
I don't recall the crown jewel belt. Let me look that up just very quick, just so that I can comment on whether or not it's uglier than the Spartan belts.
It is ugly. It looks like a chandelier exploded.
So, I've seen this with the green. I'm not a fan of the green, but I don't mind the belt. No, actually, no, I would not choose that as the worst belt. I think it's inappropriate for that to be the crown jewel Saudi Arabia belt. But I don't think that's an ugly belt. No, the Spartan belts are still way uglier than that. Both of them, the Raw and the SmackDown ones, the bronze and the silver ones. Put them in the garbage can where they belong, and let's forget that they existed.
With CM Punk.
With CM Punk, yeah, and Punk he died. I mean, that's not what I meant. It's not what I meant there. Sorry, Andrew. I know you're a big fan of CM Punk. Excuse me. Sorry, something's happening here. Can't seem to get his name right.
Need to get a drink of water, boss?
Yeah, I might. Saying his name too many times and hearing it is causing me a little bit of phlegm to catch in my throat.
Yeah, it's kind of like Joe Hendry. Oh, wait. I don't want to say that name too many times.
Oh, you're a fan? You're not a fan of Joe Hendry?
Not a big fan.
That's funny. I'm not a fan of. I mean, CM Punk is a good person and all. I understand that, but I'm not a fan of his wrestling stuff. So,
I don't see much of him wrestling anyway.
Tori, thank you very much for enjoying our bits that we got going here. See, this is why this is going to be hard to replace me with Connor, isn't it, dude? Like, I mean, I'm telling you, man, we're going to find our footing. We're going to get our stride. We're going to have viewers tuning in because they want the back and forth between you and me. And then Connor's going to want to come back and people are going to be like, hey, where's JD? Why are you here?
No, I think the fans are going to stick around because they like me more than Connor.
Well, of course they're here for you. I'm just a dude. I'm just a schmuck who gets you from point A to point B. This is you're the prediction specialist. The prediction part of the show is all you.
And you're a guy that signs the paychecks.
Yeah, well, when we get there, I'll be signing the paychecks. Yeah. All right, I think we're gonna get ready to wrap this one up. Like I said, not a long one, and there's a whole lot of shows from the four horsemen of podcasting. Wolfman, hold up the four fingers for me because I can't do that. So I need you to hold up the four fingers for me.
Oh wait, let me show. I got a ring.
Yes. And whenever you're holding it up for me, though, you always hold it up with your left hand because I'm left-handed. So. All right, so he's going to hold up the four. Go check out the Sloans. They're going to be live later with Johnny Lee, Superfly Johnny Lee. He's the other horseman. You don't have to keep holding it there and covering your face, dude. It's good. And of course,
I'm like John Cena.
No, you can't. And then, of course, at 9:30, I know. See, Tori. See, I'm telling you, people like the back and forth we got going, man. At 9:30, I'm going to be on with J Mac and Uncle Slam on Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc. Head over to Facebook and YouTube and make sure you go tune into them at 9:30, I think is when they're going live. And then at 10 o'clock, the Sloans will be live. You don't want to miss that. That's where Superfly
sorry.
It's all right, man. It's a full four horsemen of podcasting evening as Mayhem starts it off. Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc are gonna bring in the middle. And then the Sloans and Superfly Johnny Lee are going to anchor the night out. So make sure you keep tuning into all of us because this is something that's going to keep on happening. You're going to see the Horsemen dominate, especially Friday nights. Friday nights is now Horseman night, just so everybody knows. Okay, I mean, we all run a show on Friday night, and Johnny Lee appears in even though nice guy Andy and Johnny Lee doesn't always run a show on Friday nights. Doesn't always. Sometimes he does. But even though he doesn't always, he's usually on one of our shows anyway. So he's been on with us a couple times, Wolfman.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be on Superfly's show pretty soon. I don't know when.
Yeah, he's starting to get that going where he's doing remote guests now. So yeah, I'm going to be on his show on Thursday. In fact, I'm glad. Thank you for bringing that up, Wolfman, so that I can plug Superfly Johnny Lee show. I'm going to be on his show on Thursday night. I'm going to be on the Sloans on Friday. I just minimized my own window. Yeah, the 10th. Yeah, so next Thursday, the 9th, I'll be on with Superfly Johnny Lee. Next Friday, the 10th, there's no call for the bell, and I'll be on live on the Sloan's After Dark. They decided to have me on the After Dark episode for the first time. So you should tune in to that. And if you don't want to hear some things, then you shouldn't tune in for that. Okay, their own rating is a TVMA, and when you add me to the equation, it's only going to get worse, not better. So don't tune in if you're not ready to hear some stuff. But if you want to hear some stuff, tune into the Sloans. And of course, later tonight with Superfly Johnny Lee, they're going to have a great show too.
Yep.
Our storefront, bonfire.com/store/mayhem media shop. We're going to have a whole bunch of new designs coming up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Before the end of April is when I hope to have all of the new stuff up with our new designs, our new logo, Wolfman's new logos, Connor Clarkson's new logos. We're going to have everything up hopefully by the end of the month. Everybody's new logos, new apparel, whole new design for everybody. Tori, thank you. The Horsemen are taking over. Thank you for tuning in as well. Any last words, Wolfman?
Nope, I just can't wait for the next one.
Excellent. That is going to come. Man, Wolfman, you are on point, brother. That's why we're so good together, because every time I forget something, you say something that makes me remember what it is. Now, we're going to be here for Mania weekend. That's when Call for the Bell, Mayhem Media will be returning. And also, and then the Call for the Bell, though, won't be back then until May 1st. That's the next Call for the Bell that's not directly associated with Mania. So 2 weeks we'll be here for Mania. Then 2 weeks after that will be the next Call for the Bell. So it's going to be a while.
Yep.
And tune in Monday the 6th. Sorry, there's a lot of things happening. What can I do? Monday, April 6th at 8 p.m. Wolfman's also going to be joining me on an episode of Mayhem Tainments, along with Superfly Johnny Lee and the guys from Headlocks, Heels, and Havoc, J-Mac and Uncle Slam. They're going to be joining us for the Marvel Cinematic Universe episode that we're going to be doing, Iron Man 2 and Thor 1. So there's a lot happening over the next 2 weeks from the entire Four Horsemen of Podcasting network. Stay tuned into us. Make sure you follow each of us so that you don't miss any episodes.
And that episode is going to be marvelous.
Yes. Oh, nice pun, Wolfman. All right. Cheap pop. Wolfman's getting a cheap pop in. All right. So for the Wolfman, I am the bad guy, JD. And that's the end.